Right. Good morning, folks. And let's get after this. It's what is it? Friday morning. We're off in Sweden because it is the midsummer holiday. So there will be no going to the office today. Um, and I have some stuff that I need to do. Oh, and I'm not sure if I'm coming down with a cold or not, but that's the way it is. Let's see if we can get the countdown visible here. Um, and today I'm planning to work on 25 minutes on, 25 minutes off, basically inspired by other streamers and the Pomodoro thing. Right. So I have a small agenda for myself today. I will set the agenda first, and I'm gonna do a work session, and I'm gonna try to limit my talking during that session, and then I will have 5 minutes off, stretch my legs, perhaps answer a few questions if there are any. I'm gonna try this method now, but the reason I'm doing that is because I want to keep a little more focus. Anyway, we have I have a few things that I would like to do, some project maintenance. So local support is a project that is listing a lot of charitable organizations. There's an interface for that. Legacy code, it's going to be Ruby on Rails. Legacy, of course, or let's just put it like this. Legacy code. And here I have failing tests that I need to fix, and fix the embedded navigation. Right. It's hard to explain what I want to do here because I don't really understand it myself. Actually, let's start the Pomodoro thing. There we go. Right. So, but then we also have another project that I want to take a look at. That is the website one project, and that's also legacy, Ruby on Rails, and here we're having performance issues on Heroku, and I have a PR finish. The cleanup PR. Well, it's kind of a cleanup. We'll see how much of a cleanup that actually is. Right. Right. I guess that's what I'm gonna do today. I guess that's what I'm gonna do today. There are many other things I could do, but well, okay. Here on website one, look, experiment, or not experiment. We get user inactive or spammy user cleanup. Let's see if we have time for that. So local support, and that is also it's called KCSC project, legacy Ruby on Rails. Right. So this will be the agenda for today. I guess I guess that's gonna be that. So let's start with this one, failing test. And this is due to missing Google or Gmap API key. So Gmap, right, so in my test environment I have well, in my tests, or in the project test, we have a set of tests that are supposed to run to assert some presence of elements based on geolocation or display of markers, and we don't have it. So let's get after it. Let's see if we can get this thing going. If you guys are new to this, I am streaming on behalf of myself. I have this coding thing as a hobby, but these projects that I'm streaming is is hosted by Agile Ventures, a non-profit that connects programmers like me, like you, all over the world to collaborate on various topics. Yeah, and also I just come to think of it that if you want to join Agile Ventures, go ahead and visit agileventures.org, and you can find me online on Twitch or in a Google Meet on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you can check out what we're doing and so on and so forth. Welcome. Now, there's another thing that I would like to deal with today, and that is that the dashboard on this website is failing for us, and we get this 500 error. So, and I think I know what it is, but I am not 100% sure. So perhaps before we check on inactive spam users, fix failing activity tab content. There's a problem with a tab. So this view contains a map, but it also contains an activity timeline. That's what it's called. And that timeline was built by actually me, like 5, 6, perhaps 7 years ago, perhaps 6 years ago. And it contains some problems, and I know what those problems are now. I tried to debug this the other day, but I never managed to do that. But it came to me. It came to me in my sleep. Not exactly in my sleep, but it did come to me. So, and at Agile Ventures, we also have a Slack community. Endeavor to explore appropriate. So this is like a weird thing. So I really don't like that. You see this event here. Nova Smith. I wonder who Nova Smith is. Created by. So this is created today. You can easily endeavor to explore a right. So not found of this at all. We trust people at Agile Ventures to create relevant things. So I am not very happy with people creating weird stuff, right? So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna see if we can find Nova Smith, right? Please do not post spam on our events calendar. Right. So we're just gonna write to this person, and then we will actually go in. Right. I'm not very fond of this. So cd Agile Ventures website 1, and then I'm gonna run Heroku run Rails C remote production. Right. This is gonna be my first task of the day, to get rid of this kind of BS. Right. Endeavor to explore. Right. So let's see if we can find this event and just simply delete it. So event like spam equals event find, I think it's find by, and I think it's title, and I can just try to find it by this title. No. So we just take a look at the event. It's name and not title. Perfectly honest mistake, nothing to be ashamed of. Not sure that events have names. They have titles. But whoever coded this, which is probably me. Right, so spam. Let's see. We are using this right. We are using a gem that allows us to that makes like deleting events or deleting objects a bit harder, because we just mark them as deleted. We don't actually delete them usually. But I can just say spam destroy. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just destroy it. Let's just destroy it. Right. So this one should render a 404 now. Yes. Good stuff. And in our calendar, there is no such thing anymore. Good stuff. We need to keep this one clean. We need to keep this one clean, or as clean as possible. So clean up spam from VSO. VSO is an abbreviation for website 1. There's a reason why this is called for website 1, but never mind now. Anyway, I did that, so I was able to tap into the live server, into the console of the live server, and just delete that thing. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with all spam. And I will actually monitor this, not like it was done before when nobody monitored anything on this project. I am on top of things, always on top of things. Not always, far from always. Far from always. Right. So again, I promised myself not to talk so much, yet I talk all the time. Uh, let's just push out a little bit of info about me streaming. Here we go. Right, I've been told before that we shouldn't use the channel channel keyword on Slack in the general channel, but I do, and you can hate me for it, but I reckon that it's better to tell people more than necessary than not having anything, no content at all. So anyway, we just posted this. Yeah, and by the way, when you are on Slack, that when I went live on this event using the interface here, sorry, live this one, when I updated this link, edit hangout link, then I basically posted this thing or this notification online on Twitch. So there's a built-in functionality there. Hello, how you doing, Verena? Nice to have you with me. I'm just fine, hanging in there. Remember that there is a live meet if you want to talk. The link is in Slack, or if you want to stay on Twitch and just chat, then that's fine too. And I hope you got in touch with Mirsad or Cyrus Zay as you saw it. I posted that. I tried to connect you on Slack, so he's the Firebase guy. Remember that. Good stuff. Awesome. Fantastic. Hope you guys can hammer something out. And also, I don't have it on my agenda today, but remember that if you have some time, I don't know what your work schedule is on weekends, or if you can code a little bit on weekends, but if you do, I would love some help on that code signing. And actually Mirsad could help me with that too, now that I think of it. Yeah. But today my agenda includes cleaning up the spam, just did, and now I'm gonna focus on a failing test that I tried to work on yesterday a little bit. So I'm missing an API key from my environmental settings. Oh yeah, sure. What's so cool in France, apart from people not speaking German? No, not speaking English. I don't speak German either. I remember once in France, people were like, I asked somebody, "Do you parlez-vous anglais?" And they said, "Oui, oui." And then, so I asked in English, and then they just responded in French. And I was like, "Wow, yes, there is the sea. I hope you enjoy yourself." Right. Let's see if we can get this show on the run. Right, so we're gonna clear this up, CD, and then go to local support, and then I will oh, I totally understand that. Let's see. No, I have to stick to my discipline. No talking with people during the working session. That's the Pomodoro thing. Let's see. Agile. No, we're gonna go to GitHub actually. Right, and then we have the local support, and then we have pull requests, legacy, and then we have this, up these cucumber settings, right? So test fixes, is this the one? Right, that's the one. So git status. Right, shit. Right. Oh, these are all cassettes. And we have those Google APIs things. Right. Alright, so let's just do git. Oh shit, I hate when this happens. I don't even know if I should or should not include those cassettes in version control. I need to ask somebody. But before we ask somebody, we could in principle see what this is, how we are dealing with this in this code. So in features, rec cache. Yeah, there's a lot of cassettes here. There's a lot of cassettes here. So I'm gonna check this in with the risk of fucking something up. Jag ska göra frukost till dig när jag tar en paus, okej? Puss puss. Right, so git add and then git CIAM fixes failing. Well, this is a work in progress. Still fixes some failing tests by up. Well, what did we do here actually? Model settings, adding. Right. This is my org. VCR support. Right. So, oh fuck. So by adding the right keys, API case and settings. Still failing on map will interpret that involve gmap API key. Right, and then we just gonna git push this. But we have another problem here, and that is that Travis, which is the continuous integration, service that we're using on this one, is nearing end of life, from what I understand. Or does it? Right, so I'm gonna remove this code climate thing, because this is set up by ex member that is no longer with us, and we need to keep everything in the Agile Ventures domain and not have projects like this one connected to private accounts. And by the way, Verena, if you if you plan to get involved more in Agile Ventures, I know that you already have a lot of Google profiles, but you can get one from us as well. An agileventures.org email address that will simplify things for you in the future. But I mean, perhaps this is premature optimization, but you can get access to our Google Drive and some other stuff that comes with it. So let's see, waiting for status to be reported, but the question is whether this will be reported or not. So let's see if we can do Travis CI Teams Travis, right. Sign in with good GitHub, right. Yeah, we already have that. Right. 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 So we need to change this because this has gone out of service. Right. Right. This is 16 days ago. So this one is not building anymore because June 15th it stopped working. So fantastic. But let's see which ones were failing on me back then. So the question is whether I should set this up on semaphore or if I want to use the if I want to use Travis for this continuous integration service, or what? Let's see. A lot of tests, but there are some failing ones coming up. Come on, give it to me. No failing ones. There we have it. Right. This is exactly the tests that are failing for me locally. Right. I fixed those two first somehow. Map volunteer. Right. So let's see. All right. Short break. Nice. So let's not look at the code for a while and see if we can add an audio input capture, media share. Right. Now that I know that the music just stopped, right? And why is that? So let me see. I need to switch back here, and I need to see desktop audio. Right. And what is desktop audio? Audio output, device default. Right. So I can go to the camera and add and widgets. I don't have to add source, desktop audio. There we go. And now we will hear some music in the background even on this one, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we are celebrating. But I also would like to. How can I do that? I don't have the countdown. Should probably have the countdown. Why don't I have the, what is the counter? So I'm using Streamlabs OBS here at home, and that is a bit problematic, perhaps, I don't know, because sometimes I get too much of a workload on my computer, and that is a bit problematic. But generally it works fine. I enjoy streaming, even though I have a very brand new channel and haven't been able to build up an audience yet, but those who are with me are loyal, and I love that. Are loyal, and I love that. Right, so let's see if we can see who's with me this morning. And I don't know if you guys are celebrating midsummer or not. In Sweden, midsummer is a big thing. I don't know, did I freeze? No, I didn't freeze. I thought I froze. So yeah, midsummer is a big thing for us in Sweden, and we always hope for nice weather, and we usually end up with rain on midsummer. But the general idea is that that we eat some traditional Swedish food and we rejoice that the summer is on its peak. And I hear that we do celebrate that in Spain as well. All right. Can you tell us a little more about that? Thank you for hanging out, by the way. What is the traditional food in Spain on midsummer? Or how do you celebrate, rather? That would be interesting. We erect this pole here. Just gonna show you this. Just switch back to the screen. And let's see. Midsommarstång. So we do something like this, basically, where people gather around this I don't know if it's a phallus symbol or whatever it is, and dance. This is a very traditional. You see, those people have traditional folklore costumes, and this is how we kind of deal with this here in Sweden. It's pretty nice, if the weather is nice. I mean, it doesn't have to be super sunny, but usually it rains. So, yeah. Enough about that, back to work. Right. Oh, so there's fireworks. And you're new in Spain, okay. Well, let's get back to this topic on the next break. 25 minutes of at least attempted focus. Let's see. Right, so if I run this guy now, this one should pass because I fixed that locally. This one should pass locally. And we do have some deprecation. Right, we are setting this twice. Okay, so that didn't fly. Let's run this. So this is a work in progress, so I need to clear this up. And yes, I am setting those keys twice for some reason. We will have to delete at least one of them before we submit this PR. Right. This one failed now. Okay. Right. Map volunteer opportunity 64, 65, 66 failed. And so here, well, this is kind of funny. Because here, so I have 3 failing tests, and on CI we had 4 failing tests. But I got a suggestion from a member. Let's have a look. Got a suggestion in the local support channel on Slack that we should be running Vismago. Vismago is great, guys. So he said maybe by adding the tag record, maybe the old API. Right, so let's try that then. So code, let's open this up. Right. And then we go to features. And where were we? We were volunteer opportunities. And then map volunteer opportunities. Right. And then we will just do record on this one. Right, and I will actually comment out this, because this was a hacky thing I did yesterday, hence the commented out code above. Whoops. There we go. And we will reinstate this guy, and then we should be back to those 5 flaky tests. Right, let's see. Right. See what happens. Right. No, that did not fly. You see that the tests are much slower. We still get this Google API error, request denied. You must use an IPA key to authenticate each request on Google Maps platform APIs. The thing is that I am convinced that I'm doing that actually. And now we got all of them flaky, right? Because we are trying to geocode this organization. So if we go to applications and then models, and then we go to organizations, right. Base organization. Wow. I usually don't bitch about somebody else's code. But I mean, we are in the models folder, and I see some. Oh, here's an organization. Okay, but what are base organizations and such? Right. Okay, let's have a look at the organization model. And we have ID, address, right. Not null. Requires string. Duck punch, string, code to lib. What is a duck punch? Lib, string. Humanize all first capital. All first capitals. Map, capitalize, join. Right. Downcase words. Right. No, no need to worry about that. Let's go back to the organization thingy. You can't pursue every avenue, Thomas. You know, sometimes you just need to right, take it easy into some Ruby on Rails code and do right. Right. Let's see, value has many this scope null users lambda scope after save unit uninvite users, sorry. Right. And then roll back self search, but aren't we geocoding? Oh, there we go. It's column mapping, title, contact address, activities, website. This is right. But so it has many events, right? But what is right? But aren't we like geocoding them? Create from array, import emails, right? No, we're not geocoding here. So, but we do have something called location. But there is no as many. Right. Let's have a look at the. Don't we have a location? What the fuck? So when exactly? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? Setting user, but perhaps the user is no. But come on, give me a break. We are setting an address and latitude and longitude, right? So we are definitely geolocating this guy. Oh, so it's base organization. It inherits from base organization, and the base organization is being geocoded on full address, right? Right. Right. Not geocode full address. Okay. Okay. Okay, so run geocode. Right. So if we if we set a binding pry here, binding pry is a command to stop the execution. Right, and then we run, let's say, the 26th of this failing test. I just need to run this geocoder myself and see if we are getting the environmental variable in our test environment or not. Right. So let's see, what is self? Self is cats or us, right? That's the one we created in, and we have no because it's an organization, right? And latitude is nil. Okay, so what if we now geocode? Okay, so we got that. Right, and we didn't hit an error. Okay, so we quit this, and then the next one should kick in. Right, and then self should be another one, which is the office primer. And that's good because we just created this one, 64 Peter Road. Right. Okay, so that's good. But then, before I actually release this, I want to go into the volunteer opportunities. Volunteer opportunities. Right, volunteer op here. And this one is inheriting from nowhere. Global ID geocoded by full address, right. 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 So, well, I don't know, right, but so if I release this guy, and now we got this. Error request denied. Right. So why would we get an error here and I didn't get this? Right, okay. Let's run this again. Because so it does it does work manually. I don't understand why would this. So geocode. Right, so this works and this doesn't give me an error. So I quit this and I run geocode again, and then I quit this, and now we get this. Right, so the error must originate from the volunteer op. Right. Right. It must originate Right. Um, so right. So what if we just have this similar thing here? Right, because we don't do anything. Complete, address present, postcode present, get source, right, right, right. Do. So, right, I'm just gonna do this very crude. Right. So what if I just do binding pry on this one, and let's see what happens now. If this is the problem that this is the one that is causing a failure, or if we just get this error out of the blue. No, we get this nonetheless. So run geocode. So what is this check geocode thing? Is there a before action? Right. So perhaps on the organization. So I understand that you want to extract things. After saving. Right. Well. Location. Right, no, that's not it. Do with volunteer up, right. So after validation, geocode if address complete. So there's an after validation here, and is there an after validation here? No, there is no such thing here. After validation. So why do we do something differently? I mean, why would we do an address complete? So address complete is why would we? Right, so let's just get rid of this. Geocode if after validation, geocode if address complete. So what if we do binding prime here, and we try to run this? So I don't know, because it did work when I stopped the execution, so that worked. And why would this now not work? Is it the way things are being created in the step definition? Perhaps that's something. No, that will not even stop here. Oh no, that it did. So address present. Are we evaluating this one to true? This is true, and this is true. All right. So geocode, and now we don't get this. Right. We must write geocode config. Can we say that? Right, and we do have an API key. Right. Right. So how come we get no errors in the other model and now we get errors on this one? Is it because I don't know. I do not know. I mean, we're running this exact same command. Running the exact same command. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Right, so we need to take a look at. So it must be the VCR. I mean, right? Independent of the shit show of the way this is done. But yeah. All right, let's take a 5-minute break. Let's take a 5-minute break. And actually, I need to fill up my coffee. My coffee mug is empty. I'll be right back, folks. Today we are working on a few things. So this is the agenda for today. In the meantime, you can watch that. All right, be right back. Right, freshly made coffee. Uh, Richstone. So you recently moved to, I don't know if you're still around, you recently moved to Barcelona in Spain. That sounds interesting. Improvement in life quality, perhaps. Um, I hear great stuff about Barcelona, actually. And now I have my coffee. That's great. That's great. So flaky tests. Flaky tests. Why is that? So legacy code is always hard to work with. And for those of you who know me, you know that I work with actually teaching coding. Not that I am a fantastic coder, but I have an ability to explain things in a way that people will understand, trying to keep things as simple as possible and just focus on the relevant things. And one of the things that I think is extremely important for new developers is ability to work with legacy code. And so we have that in our curriculum. Not many educational institution has that. We do have that, and I am very proud of that. And so this kind of struggle that I'm going through at the moment is very, very common if you enter a new project and work on something. And lately debugging has been a part of my life. So let's see what we end up with. I'm gonna do one experiment. I'm gonna actually remove the VCR tag on this. And I'm gonna remove the record as well. Well, I'm gonna keep the record actually. Let's run a few experiments. Let's run the same test. Let's see. Right. So this one failed, and then we go to volunteer. Yeah, we removed that. Good stuff. So this one should fail for me. Right. Let's run this one again. And they're very slow, so I'm just gonna make sure that my memory is up to speed. Right, we should be good. Some nice coffee. Some nice coffee. All right. And I'm trying to focus during those 25 minutes and just softly speak to myself without profanity or emotions, which is not that easy when you work with legacy shitcode. Now, so complexity is killing projects, right? A lack of standards is killing projects. Right. Right. So we got this error now, which is perfectly fine. And let's see if we can read up a little bit on the address, spin the road. So we actually made this. We actually made this call. If you're surprised which is writing this error, you want to use you can use debug logger configuration option. If you want this to record the request and play it back during future tests, you should wrap your test or this portion of your test in. Right. Well, no, there is. Right. So we probably want to do this, VCR use cassette, right? Probably want to use this. Right. I am not very, into cassettes. I do understand that we should use them. I usually use just webmock and not cassettes in my own project, but hey, this is legacy. We should use whatever we are served to use. But there's a readme here. Main features, the really critical ones are the one in homepage, but other important ones are features with the scenarios are the pending subjects. Whenever adding a new feature, please check. Right, so that didn't tell me shit about the cassettes. Right. What is the key rings, by the way? What is the key rings? Right, we know what it is, and then we have support, and we have env RB. Right, and this is a bit of a right. So let's just reinstate this and get rid of this for now, because this one is causing errors. Billy JavaScript. Why don't we have that in hooks? Why isn't this extracted to hooks? Not sure. Before JavaScript. Do we have anything about record? No, we don't have anything about record. So what if we... Oh god, I would need Piotr or somebody with me today. Let's just see if Piotr is around. Let's see, where's local support? Where's local support? There it is. Oh, I am in there. So Pedro, where is what's his handle? What's his handle? There it is. Pedro. Yeah. Pedro. Okay. So perhaps he's not in this channel. Let's see. Oh, he has two. I would need some help on VCR on this project as well. And I'm scared. Right. You can see I have no effing clue what I'm doing. Current PG Billy. Right, so before, there are many befores here in production. Time travel, right. And what are these helpers? Right, collect tag contents. Nothing interesting for me. Stop request with address. Right, we don't know whether this helps us or not. Hook into webmock. Okay, so Yeah, so Smago, the guy that actually asks me to do that record thing, was actually the one who built this. So let's see if Smago is around. Oh, where's my Slack? Where's my Slack? There it is. Or Smago if you're... Right. Let's see, perhaps they could join. Who knows? Right, right. So what if we just try to get rid of this and back to this and remove the record and try to run this thing again. So 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. Some project maintenance legacy code work today. I've been at it 1 hour and 15 minutes and I have made no significant progress whatsoever, which is a very frustrating way to work. Now we just get the same thing here again, so we just get the same thing again, so that didn't do anything for us. Right, so we need to open this one up again. Why would, you know, this is the mystery. Why would this geocode hook why would this, and why would we clear Latin long, by the way? Never mind. Solar graph. So is it called solar graph? Yeah, I think it's called solar graph. Right. Because for some reason we don't have a Ruby formatter installed. So it's kind of funny, a lot of times when you work with legacy code, you find yourself in a position where the developers that have been working on the code prior to you assume that you can read their minds, right? Now, of course, tests are a good source of documentation, but documentation is also a good source of documentation. So like writing down a little bit of stuff is not a bad thing. And in this case, the project lead always said that, you know, tests are a good source of documentation, and if the tests can't tell you what is going on, then they are written in the wrong way. And one could always argue that beauty lies in the eye of the beholder, which means, well, I don't even know if this is an appropriate quote on this one, but like I'm reading the tests and I read a lot of the definitions and so on. Like this is cucumber test, so there are some definitions here. And I still don't understand jack shit. So either I am stupid, B, the tests are shitty, C, complexity, I mean the amount of tests and the, you know, is not good enough, or it's simply just not true that tests are good enough for documentation. And I can't really make up my mind what's going on here, but I can't, for the love of God, understand why. But I think I kind of found it. First of all, you know, we should use a factory here. Why? Jesus fucking Christ. Why aren't we using a factory? And also, why are we... Yeah, okay, let's just set a binding price here. Because we're using the cassette. Right, we're using the cassette. Use cassette. But right. Right, let's see if we can run this. But this is the organization. But we also right. We also want to see this one, because this actually worked. Let's see. Let's search for this guy. Factory steps. Volunteer up. Why don't you use a factory? If you have factory bot set up, why wouldn't you use it in tests? Michael, 7 years ago. I mean, 7 years ago there was factory girl, not factory. And I've seen this. And why would you have two? Following do it, do right. I mean code repetition. Oh, well, anyway, just forget about it. Right. Let's volunteer up. Or let's say 5 by 9. Volunteer up. Create. So here we're not using a cassette. So we're using a cassette here. Right. There must be something. The answer to my problems must lie in I just got word from Zmago that he will have some time at 5:30 this evening. So we'll see if we can make some progress or not. Anyway, let's run this and see if we can hit the debuggers. Right. So here, for instance, we're saying organization U, right? Instead of using factories. And for those of you who doesn't know about factories, we're apparently not using them at all. Oh, here we have factories. Right. Right. Right, so we do have a factory for organization. And we have right. Okay. We do have factories here, so the question is create organization. Is it called organization or is it called organization in British English? Oh, with S. Okay. Right, so they don't have that included. So factory dot. Right. And we got that, but in here we have org, right? So let's have a look what is org. That is this. So if I just say create this and I say .org, then we get this cats are us, pin the road. Right. So if we just store this one in organization equals this, and now we just do, we just do check geocode. Right, what the fuck is check geocode? Nil. Really? Why would this be nil? And what is check geocode? What is check geocode? Right, so we have a controller. Yeah. Organization check. This is the model. Self setup. Right. 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 Org row. What the fuck? What the fuck? There's only one, and this is the organization. So what if the base, does the base organization have? Run geocode, right. Right, so check here. So why would right. Cuts are can we just run organization geocode. Can we do that? Yeah. And so, oh, so what is organization now? Right, so fuck that, right? Right, so first of all, we're just gonna do, what is it? It's world factory lot syntax. Is it syntax? Methods. Right, so we're just gonna, why isn't my, I don't understand. So we're gonna include that, and then we're gonna do here break, and then we just create organization, and then just pass in org, and then, well, actually we're gonna say organization, and then we're just gonna do organization geocode. Right. Let's see. Let's see if this works. But yeah, I need to take a 5-minute break, people. So I'll be back. Right. Let's not overdo it, folks. Right? Let's not overdo it. So we are still fighting an uphill battle with this failing test, and I'll be back in a few minutes. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's get this out of the way. And where are we on this one? Right, quit this. Quit this. Right, and here. So let's see what is the volunteer op. Right. Right. And if we do this instead of using a factory, so op equals this, there is no, why is, oh there's, okay, right, and then we say op geocode. Right, so now op has that. Yes, we're gonna start our next 25 session thing, and we got the latitude and longitude, so everything is working, in my opinion. I don't understand. So let's see, did we have any factories for the volunteer opportunity, volunteer op? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Factories, where's factories? I just had it. There it is. There it is. Local. Right. Right, so we're just gonna say source. And then we're just gonna say local. And so we're gonna create a local, well, I don't know. What is this? Volunteer up. Right. And it doesn't say whether it's, but this guy is not. Why is this guy not geocoded? I just fucking geocoded it, didn't I? I don't know. Anyway, so here we want to say, so we're just gonna clear this one out, and then we say op equals create volunteer op, and then just pass in this volunteer op hash, and then we will say op geocode. But the question is whether this geocoding is actually saving stuff or not. I don't know. Perhaps I'm on the totally wrong place here. Hej.
Är det något möte?
Mhm.
Nej.
Vad tänker du? Har du en boss nu eller? Ja. Jag måste sluta först typ 20 minuter eller något sånt där.
20 minuter till.
Ja, 21 minuter.
Ja, då kan
Jag kör du den bossen så tar vi det sen, okej Gigi? Right. So you usually start off with an interesting agenda and then you end up in a situation where you're banging your head against the wall, not being able to... Wow! Multiple world, what are you shitting me? Really? Where's my world settings? What? Why? And 205. Yeah, this is the 205. That is what originates the error. So do we have a world there anywhere else? Okay, let's see if we can just... I need to just find one simple setting. I use this like in GitHub, Craft Academy Labs, right. I need to check a little bit of my old code. I haven't worked with a full stack Rails application in years now, so I'm a little bit rusty on this. It's okay to be rusty. Oh. Oh. Okay. Right. Of course. Yes. That was a bit of shame. Ouch. Right. Mm-hmm. Bah, come on. Are you shitting me? Am I really making spelling mistakes? Really? Right, I am. Nice, Thomas. Nice. Nice work. Okay, let's see. We're still gonna get the same fucking thing. Because we're not using factories. Because we're not using a cassette, right? So right. Oh, mamma mia. Um, right. So what if we just... Right. Fuck. What if we try to do this then? Like org equals this, and then we just do this is org, right? Uh, but we also do wrap the whole thing. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. So we do this, and then we do... Right. And I really wish I could, like if we use a cassette here for the name, and I think we can just do this now because we have this. Right. Let's see. No, fuck it. I can't fix this. I can't fix this. It's not possible. So this is VIP, this is VIP, and this is VIP, and this is VIP. Why are we like here? Why is this geocode? Address complete, right? Why is this one giving me an issue? I don't understand this. Like an after validation, it just doesn't, right? Why is, I mean, that's the biggest issue here, and it's not even, I mean, I thought it was in tests, the way the tests were set up, but apparently we were running this before, so. That's so annoying, so annoying, so annoying. Let's switch to some heavy metal. Right. And we can't geocode this. Right, no, so folks, I've been at it for almost 2 hours and it is midsummer day today. I'm gonna give it another 10 minutes just to do some nothingness. Get all of this stuff. Not sure why this is. Before I check this in, is there anything in the lib folder that will help me with anything? Right, let's see, where's the lib folder? Right, so reset all the things. Why don't we just stop this? I guess we do. Somebody make that and did it continue. The problem is that some of these are actually massive. problem is that I can't see where this error is originating from. Because when I run this kind of manually, even in test environment, it works, but apparently I'm misunderstanding the whole fucking thing. I know that. Hold on. So, if you guys are interested in what sort of test framework I'm using, it's called Cucumber, and it's a fairly nice testing framework that splits testing into two things: a very high level describe pod, where we are using a very simple language called Gherkin that will allow us to describe the test case in almost English words. I mean, in English, right? And then we have the second layer, which are the something we refer to as step definitions, which is basically telling our testing framework how to transform those things into executable code. Okay, so that was what I why would is this a problem? Right, so apparently I worked right. Why would one of them have? Why? I don't get it. These are inconsistencies here. This office primary is at 64 people. Right. I don't even understand this test. And then we press not comment and see that Michael will help us figure this shit out. Perhaps Michael will learn and I really need to learn more about VCRs or not. I don't know. Perhaps I don't have to learn about this. Perhaps I just don't want to use it. Perhaps this VCR gem should go down in history as real VCRs did ages ago. Nobody watches. I have some VCR lying around. This is not. What I just did is to enable JavaScript again. Yeah. It's the same effing problem that we had before. But what is worrying me is that this office support is actually
Will you notice if I don't notice you? Familiar touch turns
27 is failing. 27 is failing. This is failing. But 28 is also failing. Right. And 66, 60, so these two are failing. These are working because we are setting the Latin long directly here. And then we have these 66, 67, 66, 67, 69. So all of them. And here when we don't set any address. And same thing here. Because here we're already setting those flags along, so we're not hitting the geocode now. Oh, fuck it. We won't fix this. If status right. I have no fucking clue what this is. I don't know. Ready to stop now. Right, so there's two things on the to-do list here. Right, we're doing this time. All right. Right. Let's see. On my agenda today, I was hoping to do much more than I managed. I started out with this and kind of ended on this, and I had such an ambitious agenda. So yeah, this is where we're gonna go from now. I will be back later tonight. Hopefully, one of the Agile Ventures members will be able to help me out. If not, it's gonna be a bit of a problem. But I wish you all a fantastic midsummer celebration. In Sweden we celebrate midsummer, and we're gonna eat some good food and have fun, even though we are in Corona time still, and most of the official celebrations are actually cancelled, which is a bit of a shame. Not that I enjoy dancing around phallus symbol that much, but the kids do enjoy that, and I do have a 7-year-old that I was hoping that would entertain today. But everyone will celebrate at home. The weather is what it is. We will. Yeah. By the way, big news. We actually grew some own potatoes this year, and we just did a bit of harvest, and we got 1.40 something, almost 1.5 kilograms of potatoes, homegrown. Big thing for us. This is the first year we actually managed to do that. Last year they came out this small. Now we have some big, nice potatoes, and we will consume them today. So we eat potatoes, we eat herring, and we just eat some traditional Swedish food. Anyway, enough about that. Guys, thank you very much. I see you next time. We'll be back online later, and if you want to catch the recording, it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. And remember, agileVentures.org if you want to sign up and do some collaborative social coding. This is the place to go. If you run into issues with our Google, what is it? Right, if you want to sign up using Google OAuth, you have to be careful with that. Right, so if I just do this, I might run into some errors or not, or perhaps it's only the first time. Some users have been reporting some errors, but right. See, we were unable to process the request at this time. Fantastic. So let's do this again. Usually you should be able to do this on the second try. Who knows? Right. Why? I have no clue. But apparently that's what happens. First time around it doesn't work, second time around it works. It is a shit show, but we will get it to work one way or another. Yes, thank you very much guys. See you around.